Islam family, peace, 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 peace. Hope all is well. Shalom. Peace. Alright? Peace, man. So, one thing about me is I don't rehearse, and when it's real, it's real. So I can only be who I am. I can only be who I am, man. And to the contrary of what an individual. First of all, my name is Parris the Moor. Okay. I'ma say a peaceful, beautiful soul and spirit that moves in a way where there will be balance and harmony. I don't care about what you think. I don't care about what you feel, because guess what? You don't know me. You have no idea. And that's good though. That's good. Because to the world, we got to understand how many people see our videos. And you don't know who see our videos. So sometimes, man, you move how you move. That's how I move. I mean, yeah, it has its pros and its cons to it. Con. Right? But I can only be me. And like a guy like me, because, respectfully, humbly, peacefully, I've always been in a position my entire life. I have brothers that I know today, eels, bays that know me. Shouts to Sean McMillan Eel. Had a conversation with him on the phone probably about 2 months ago. Honest to that brother. Brother solid. So, big brother too. Always called him big brother. Been knowing him, man, 45 years. Been knowing him. So he told me something about myself that I didn't think other people were aware of. And my eyes got watery when he started saying it, right? You know why? Because I didn't think people caught that about me. I didn't think that people caught it. That for real, all I want to do is see my people uplift. I want to see them in a peaceful mind state. I want to see them balanced. I want to see harmony. I want to see love, truth. I want to see peace, freedom, and justice. This is what I want to see, because these are the attributes of, I would say, let's, let's keep it simple. Just to be a good person, man. Keep it simple. Just to be a good person, man. Because we only got one life. You got one life to live. You got one life to live. So is it important to you? This one life that you have to live, is it important to you? That's my question. Is it important to you? Some people, it's not important to them. They don't really care. Me, I do. Because I get one chance at it. You know? For the records, I would like for it to be solid. The thing is this, titles and all this, see, we got another thing we got to remember too is that I might step on some toes and I might hurt some feelings for making this comment. I don't mean to. Like I said, all I can do is just be me. Okay? Before anything was written down, we must understand that it was the memory. It was in the memory first. It was in the memory first. First, it was in the memory. So we didn't do too much writing down. It stayed in the memory. It was handed down from generation to generation. Would that make more sense? Right. For example, Mom, where do we eat? Dad, how do we eat? I'm hungry. From memory, Mom and Dad gonna show you where to eat. You understand? That's just an example. That's just one example of many. I guess the point I'm making is I don't care about the goofy stuff. I don't care, man. And until I find it to be substantial in my heart, chakra, and the waters above, I gotta know that is real. I'm just not gonna chase nothing. Where they do that at? I guess some people do it. But I don't. I don't. All right. Just pondering, that's all. To me, right? A lot of things, okay, so I don't want to bad lip that, right? But let me make my point. The point I'm making is everything was memory, thought, before it was written down. So to me, if it's written down, I know what that means. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Okay. So before I latch on to something, before I even really like pay it any attention, I need to know before I indulge. I need to know. So some people might take that as being, when people gonna put you out there. First thing they want to do is talk greasy about you. First thing they want to do. See, that's the wild part about this system that we're in. Like, I'm so of it that you have no idea, man. Listen, I was raised in a city where they started this order. Say order is up. And this order was designed to off me and my people. At least what it says, what's written. Why would I trust anything? Why would I trust anybody? Okay? 1834, in my city in Baltimore, 1834, there was an organization that was put together. The organization was put together to create genocide within my people. And far as I know, from what just visual, like, I've been around for a minute. I didn't heard, oh, he's so old. So what, bro? So what? That makes me even more lethal because I got something called memory. See, I know what they did back in the day, and they doing it. They doing it now. They doing it now. They doing it now. And it's all good, man, because we have this one life. That's it. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? So if I'm been given this life, I know what to do. Why? Because I grew up in a city where the foundation, this colonial thing, the foundation is to rid of me. I know this, especially somebody like me, an elder, memory, genealogical keeper. That's who they always go after. So, I don't know. Now it's on camera now. But you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're dealing with, man. Adversity creates me. Yeah. Oh, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. So much stuff, man. I hear so much stuff, man. Right? Because you know, people like us, we hear what other people don't hear, and we see what other people don't see. So this whole thing, me not having, silver and gold and all this, bro. Check this out, bro. Anybody that know me, everybody know me. Ask anybody to know me. I always keep a couple of dollars somewhere. Whenever you see me, everybody tell you since I was in elementary school, I stayed clean. Yeah, I stayed clean. Everybody know. And then right after that, I really stayed clean because I was in the streets. You have no idea. You have no idea. I done had 4 or 5 times in my life where I said to myself, laying while I'm laid on my bed, looking up at the ceiling going, man, I never had to worry about money again. I've had females steal thousands of dollars from me. Thousands of dollars from me. So to try to throw this storyline out there about me not having no this and that, bro, you really don't know. I chose that. I chose to create a real, substantial, solid, foundational situation. I decided to create that mainly for the generations to come. Mainly. So I said, so what does it take to obtain? What does it take to own you? You own you. You work for you. I've worked on many situations where I was focusing on getting that company owner rich or richer. Not now, man. I've come to a realization that there are a lot of things that I'm equipped, I can do, right? So I need to work on me and my stuff and my businesses, right? So in order to obtain these, to take this, it was like a shift. It was like a shift in my life. Right? I shifted. It's a heavy shift. It was a heavy, now still, I'm reproducing the more organic me. And when you're doing that, you got to follow the guidelines. You got to, for a minute you might be down, but you establish it. You establish your trust. These are the things that you got to do. This is life. Right? So yeah, for a minute you might be down a little bit. But it's cool, man. It's only money. It's only money. Right? And I also have good faith in our laws. That if you live like this, Allah will make sure you're good. And I already know with the brain and the mind that I have, Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Patience. Patience. Yeah. So that's just the answer to that question. Throw that shit out the window with all these. Boy, I get so many curves thrown at me. But you know what? Now I know why, because I've been getting them my whole life, so I was prepared for this. I was prepared for this. A lot of people might not understand that. But yeah, I was prepared for this. So I know I might seem a little like not with the group or whatever. Cause bro, I just don't follow anything, man. Even I usually don't address stuff right. I don't usually address stuff right. But I'm gonna address this. This guy, John Levi. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah. So it's just me, man. You know, I've learned to once I realized that almost tens of thousands of years before the written situation, right? Or situations. When I did the knowledge and found out that tens of thousands of years before that, we stored it in our memory. So then study why things became written. So then you'll understand why I am the way I am. Let's just say that, okay? And the guys that have, you know, us Nagas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? So it's not that, you know, the goofy, nah, come on, bro. I'm so solid as you can't imagine. You wouldn't imagine it. Most dudes don't have it in them, man. They don't have it in them, man. Talking, but they don't have it in them. So usually I don't address stuff like this, but you know, I feel like now I can do that, right? I'm doing some homework now, right? It's deep too. It's deep, right? I wanted to screen share you guys and show y'all some of this stuff, but sometimes maybe it's good to not see it. You know. Now we have a situation, right? It's our big situation, huh? It's con. I study, okay? I got stuff written down. Look, I got books written down. Books. I have books. Books. Where I write. Books. Little pocket joint. Right? Where I write my notes and things that I, you know. Yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm writing everything down. See? Now I'm documenting everything. Why? For my sons. And for the, you know, generations to come. For the individuals that care. Because the distractions out here are so bad, man. And the illusions, they're so bad, man. You know, the magic and all of the alchemy and all of the rituals and oh man, there'd be so much going on, man. You don't know what to trust or believe or think or because it'd be all over the place. and the things that I know is like, you know, do I indulge in the knowledge of, or is it good for me to just, stay neutral? Stay neutral. Makes me feel like that, especially when you realize that um, even your own people will come at you. When your own people come at you, that hurts. But it's cool, because you know why? I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Right. Mm. And I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, so it's just funny, man. It's just funny. Khan is funny. Ameri, Solomon the Builder, Quevera. I like saying very, elegant words. I like saying elegant words. Quevera. Yeah. India Superior. Vasco de Gama. Yeah. The excuse me, the Orient, the Orientalists, or the Orients. See, people don't know. When I hear that word, what I think, right? Sylvanus to Texas, the Barbar, or Solomon Brabo. Solomon Brabo. Let's see if we can get some more. Yeah. Khan Ameri Khan. I don't pause, because here we go again. How would one know? How would one know? It's wild. It's so sad that we are of a people that got scribbled and scrambled and scraped and flipped and paused and renamed and reshaped and regaped and all this, right? Man, it's just like, bro, dude, you gotta watch everything, man. Especially if it's coming with a fee, a pay. You know what I'm saying? These guys will do anything to make sure that their seeds eat. That's the wild part about it. See, we point fingers. We point so many fingers, man. Not me. I don't do that shit. But a lot of these clowns out here, they point fingers so hard. But you don't know the situation. You don't know the situation. What would you do if you were being invaded, where to the point to where as though it was stopping you, where you couldn't feed your mom? What would you do if you was getting invaded and it stopped you from feeding your children? What would you do? So I said, man, the mindset of us now in 2026, and we think about what they was thinking in 1507 or 507. You know what I mean? We already know about the 1,000-year shit. We know the chronology is off. We know this, right? So it needs to go into all that. But yeah. Gotta be real easy, man, out here, man. It ain't that I ain't following the order, or I ain't, I heard a referencing where someone is not following the tradition. Why ain't this person following the tradition? Because I don't know. I don't know if the tradition is substantial or not. I don't know. It's been so much funkiness on my people, man. It has been so much funkiness, man. Now remember, I told y'all months ago. That everything off the Susquehannock and the Chesapeake and the rivers, the Patapsco, okay, the Potomac, okay. What did I tell y'all about these rivers? It was about the offshore places, like where the mounds were. They were destroyed, and some of it was destroyed to the point where as though it wasn't documented. So the point I'm making is all right, let me back up a little bit. So, okay, documents, right? It's documented, okay? What if it is documented? So what? What did that mean? It could be a lie. Just because it's documented don't mean it's substantial documentation. Because if certain people sign off on it, then now, okay, so now, okay, yeah. But that might be the hijack. That's a fact. With the document thing. Oh, well, it's written, well, it's documented that, so? The way these people lie, man. And these are the people that took out this oath in 1834. I don't know where. Don't be no. It ain't scared, not like that. But you never know. It could be through motor vehicle. It could be through, you know what I mean? You never know. But it's all good though. Honestly, it just made me more aware. And fear would never sit in with me. Because as long as I know I'm moving right, I'm moving in balance and harmony, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, that's my magic. That's my magic. If it don't feel right in my heart chakra, if it don't feel right in my gut, in my higher self, my crown chakra, the waters above, if it don't, then I don't, it doesn't equate. It doesn't equate. Because one thing I do know is this. A bunch of information was they tell us not recorded. What happened up on this end? I'm just saying. The part that we don't hear, why aren't we hearing this? Why is it that it's cool for us to accept the destruction of all the mounds in the Mississippi that y'all say, shouts to Mississippi and Washita, right? But yeah, what about these mounds that were destroyed on the Chesapeake? What's that story? We finding a lot of wild stories out here. That's primary sources. Okay. Because we find out the primary sources might not be primary sources. So, you know what I'm doing? I follow my heart chakra, man. And I stay peaceful, man. And I love my family, man. That's it. And I move forward. And the queen, you know, my empress, my Moabites, right? And I was blessed, man. She's solid. And gratitude to Allah for giving it to me. The Great Spirit, however you want to look at it, whatever. The first thing you got to do is start with you. And then after you're done doing that, I need you to learn you some more. Circle 7, shouts to the Prophet. You already know. Yeah, man. So I know I'm hard to understand. I know people, they try to put goofy shit out there for think I'm gonna grab a hold of it, bro. Check this out. Don't you ever put me with no broke nothing, okay? Don't you ever do that, bro. Cause my family good. You hear me? It's just I even my folks are allowing me to do this the organic way. No fentanyl money going with it. Ain't no crack money going with it. Ain't no nothing going with it. But love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. That's what's going with it. That's it. You hear me? Truth. Yeah. Truth. That's what's going with it. And sometimes it might take funds to be a little low. If I need a sandwich, I know who to call. Yeah, I got, and my family know me. They know that. They know me. They say he working. Let him accomplish his goals. If we gotta come in, my dad's a paratrooper. My dad jumped out of airplanes about 20 years. See, you never know what you're dealing with, man. One thing I've learned is this throughout life. The one that you see the most, the one that you hear the most, all that, the Magi, the Jedi, is usually the one that's sitting back in the cut, studying. What's going on? So that's why I am the way I am, man. That's why I am the way I am. All right? So stop with the tripping, okay? I'm living my life giving thanks that, guess what? My eyes opened up this morning. And I can move around. And man, that got me on such a, dopamine high that I don't be worrying about none of that silly ass shit people be talking about. I don't. I respect that. I respect everybody, man. Even the way KD tried to run his mouth, right? Kind of greasy, kind of, lefty, but I'm lefty loosey, righty tighty, lefty loosey. That shit don't mean nothing to me, bro. I'm an overhead lineman, gas mechanic. You hear me? So do you know what an overhead lineman is? No, you have no idea. Do you know electrical theory? No, you have no idea. So come on, man. We're not going to do that. But I would say we should stop all this individualism shit because it's stupid. It'd be so much static going on between different, like set tripping, like the nation and 5%ers and Moors and the Sunnis boy, do you know what we'd be like if we was all together? And we all could swallow our egos and really go at this thing the right way, we would be unstoppable. We would be unstoppable, man. Hawata, the Hawaka ruins. I wish y'all, I can't turn my camera around. I might have to start. I'm gonna start over again. Let me stop, man. Might be part 2, y'all. I just got this phone, so I'm still trying to learn how to use it. but I didn't know that you can't flip the camera around. Let me go out to see this over. Yeah. So, looking at the Hawaka ruins. The Hawaka ruins. The ruins of Mission La Purissima. Purissima. Man, the ruins of Mission Le Permissima. Conception de Huaquica. Yeah, I know it's gonna be dogging me. They always dogging me. Always, man. Always, man. Man, I don't never want to show a brother no love, y'all. I'm used to it though, bro. I'm used to it, man. You know? It's like being right is wrong. And to me, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. So look, in 1539, the Spanish sent Marco de Niza along the Estevanico and Sonoran natives to investigate rumors of the 7 cities of gold. Estevanico became the first non-native to visit and die in Huaca. Rumors and legends revolving around the disappearance of Estevanico in the region eventually led to Tuquex War, right? The war occurred during a later expedition by Francisco Vasquez de Coronado as he searched for the legendary cities of gold. See, me, I ain't searching for the 7 cities of gold, dog. Me, I've been bathed in gold. Always had gold. But you know, you have situations like divorces, storage is shut down, or might just gotta sell you gold. Yeah. But it says he wrote about the Pueblo. Although they are not decorated with turquoises, nor made of lime or good bricks, nevertheless, they are very good houses, okay, with 3, 4, and 5 stories, where there are very good apartments, and some very good rooms, underground kivas. Kiva. Man, I wish I could show y'all this. Part 2 coming up now, y'all. I'm ready to hold the phone. Peace. Love y'all.